And welcome back to the Temporal Tower. So, we are down one Andy today. So, we're going to take a quick detour and say that last session, you didn't come into this tunnel and see what you saw before you. It was all a mirage. It was but a mirage. So, instead, we're going to quickly take you to an entirely different map to buy time. There is instead this map. Whoop. And also, where is the Kiasters? There they are. Okay. I'm gonna slap you down here. Kesh'an, Llyvelin, Delmus. Continuing to push your way deeper into the Underdark. Made your way past the roots, and last session you were able to commune with the spirits of the what are they called? Yeah, the spirits of the Grey Prince, I guess, the High Priests. And they gave you some guidance and knowledge on how to best proceed. And they also gave you some temporary buffs until you next take a long rest. Sinali got like advantage on strength checks and saves, and he's got advantage on wisdom saves and checks as well. Kesh'an, you got nothing. Good day, sir. And Eirina, you got what did you get, Eirina?
I didn't get anything until we dealt with the Grey Prince.
That's right. You actually wanted to go back, didn't you? But you did
Spirits
get
are sort of coming with them now.
Yeah, the spirits are sort of with you at this point, so that's okay. You were going to ask them if they wanted to pass on or not, which
Yeah, no.
you kind of
Instead,
covered
they're
in that.
sort of like I've now recruited 5 temps to help me with the dolls.
Exactly. Yes. So in actual fact, yeah, that kind of answers your question as to whether they want to move on or not. The Grey Prince was in a state of maddening decay. He was actually, in a way, hallucinating that you guys were just voices in his head, and you had to really convince him that no, you are real and that you're here to help them. At which point Zacchaeus was like, this sad excuse for a god isn't worth saving, and it's a lost cause, and that we should just put them out of their misery. And in which case they tried to siphon the spark of their divinity, and Eirina had her hunch that she wasn't all kosher after all, and intervened, managed to prevent their siphoning, and the party managed to defeat her before she became too godlike in power. Then you asked a great many things about the Grey Prince and what he wanted to do from now on, and he effectively said that he wants to encompass your beliefs as well, since sort of being almost remade in your guys' faith. After all, you are the last remaining living followers. So, effectively, the less clergy there are, the more influence each individual clergyman has. So, if you begin to believe that the god is a spiteful, evil god who inflicts wrath upon others, then that god might well become a much more evil version of themselves. But if Llyvelin believes in the greater good and balance, and Andy believes in friendship, then that means that the god will likely be more representative of that. So the Grey Prince is sort of influenced more so by you guys than anyone else. But he did used to represent a few of those core concepts as well, and he was definitely a god of the arcane and magic in general. So the party also questioned him on what exactly is the Grundle root, and he believed that it wasn't as it once was. He believes the Grundle root is somehow being used or corrupted, but he wasn't there when this thing came into existence. But he does believe it to be some sort of outside force, that it somehow fell into our world, and that it was that there was some sort of malevolence behind its eruption, where it began to tear through the Underdark. He believes someone may have caused that, or else, well, or why else would it suddenly do it and then stop? And that is, I think, everything you learn, except that it definitely is tied heavily to the concept of senses. Sinali seems to be understanding that more and more with each root that she comes into contact with. And the Grey Prince gave you a gift of healing using his last remaining power, and then sent you on your way. So yeah, you're fully healed and about to delve into another tunnel going deeper. So let's see. Where did we end up? Oh my, I've gone too far. Back up we go. Alright. The tunnel before you had a Grendel root in it and had to clamber over it or slide underneath it. Llyvelin got a little bit stuck before they yanked him free. And then finally you see a deep rift before you. It's about 20 feet across, and it cleaves this cavern in two. A thick nest of black metal spires weaves up from the fathomless depths, ending 20 feet below the edge of the rift. Near the height of the spires on the north side of the chasm, a 15-foot-long stone hand reaches out of the wall, a twisting spire piercing its palm. What do you guys do?
Well, we could jump across, I guess. Maybe. I probably wouldn't make that actually. I might just walk around on the walls.
Should be easy enough. Doesn't look nice.
Yeah, it doesn't look pleasant if you fall. I'm wondering if anyone got any magic that might help span the gap or anything? Maybe someone can paint a magic bridge.
Paint the magic bridge.
Yeah.
Magic bridge.
Just paint something in. I don't know how some magic works.
I'm gonna jump it.
Gonna jump? Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna jump.
Alright.
This dude.
What is it? I could dig these handles across, but
Like, be
What?
sure to use Zippity Up to help throw you, I guess.
Danny?
Oh,
Like a...
Or vault.
I can use
Yeah,
step in
that's
the
the
wind
word.
and just double my jump distance.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah. I do believe a monk can easily clear the jump with no check needed.
Okay.
You just whoosh, jump over the spiky crevasse.
I can I
And
can
land on
get
the other side,
two
no
of-
problem.
I
Yeah,
can get
I'll wait.
2 of us over there.
I'll wait on the other side. If somebody does want to jump, then I can catch.
Gotcha.
If they want to jump, that is.
Uh, I got nothing else but jump, really. Unless I use 5th level spell.
Is
I mean,
it fly
I-
by any chance?
No, it's Bigby's hand. Which
Oh,
fairies are good.
big base.
Okay.
could-
No, I could pull him off, but then still, it's
I could make 2 of us stick to the wall so we can just walk around.
Does anyone have rope that we can maybe just throw to Kesh'an? He can hold one end, and then we all just kind of like
Yeah,
shimmy across.
I do. Sorry, let me just jump across. Okay.
Show off.
I mean,
Cool,
so
rope,
I'll hop
I
over.
can mage
'cause I've got
grab
rope,
the rope from you.
and I've got
Mhm.
pittons, so we can
Oh,
just
perfect.
secure the pittons, and
We can zip line across, you guys. That's gonna
yeah,
be fun.
there we go.
Okay, now you're just showing off. I could have just mage handed the rope.
Sorry, what was that? Let me
That's-
just come back over. I can hear you.
Push Shannon.
You're doing the hokey pokey.
Oh, dear. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to hammer the pitten into the top and then use it as a zip line, that sounds fun. Though, just avoid any spikes as you hold on, swing across.
I'm happy to try to
Zzz.
swing across.
What are you using to zip? Like a belt or a chain or something?
I've got a whole bunch of crap I could potentially use.
Sinali's
bring out
just
my
using her arm.
Sinali will probably get the harness out of their climber's kit and just sort of pull themselves along.
Okay, yeah, that works.
I could probably loop, like, because obviously Candlewick is like a candelabra. I could probably loop those and like hold either side and just go wee.
Sure. Trust you to go wee.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I send my mage hand across and I reattach my hook temporarily.
Got it. Yeah. That's cool. Holding onto your hook. Dalmas. Let's see. I'll just use my belt.
Andy
You
just
kinda, like,
tightrope walks across. She just
Yeah.
like unbelievable.
Please tell me his
Um,
fucking pants fall off halfway down.
yeah, his greaves fall off. Yeah, and he'll land pant leg up in one of the spikes. You mind mage handing those back across for me?
I do.
Thank you.
I prestigitate them
what-
along the way.
They weren't that bad.
Clean them up.
Anyone know what the hell this thing even is?
Can we find swing across them?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Because as you go across, you do see that massive hand. Its fingers are like kind of scrunched up as though it was in pain, like holding into the earth, reaching out.
And it's like a giant hand?
Yeah,
Like
massive
huge,
giant
huge?
hand. Yes, probably gargantuan.
Okay, well if we come back this way, like somebody poke it, see if it's still alive.
What's it?
It looks to be of. I mean, you can make a medicine check if you want to look at it.
Sure, I'm nosy.
Mm-hmm. You're handy at this.
Nope.
No, where would you get?
Hands are our Llyvelin's specialty.
Ah, that's true.
Llyvelin's hand.
You want me to poke it?
Yes, it doesn't know.
No, don't poke
Sin-
it. I'll just saying.
Sinali just gets ready to Eldritch Blast it. Out of the noise.
Poke it. I'm gonna poke it.
I played Elden Ring. I know where this is going.
Poke it with the mage hand.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad if doing a
I'm
medicine
having
check.
dead hand Zelda flashbacks.
Yeah, it's not one of my proficiencies, but let's go. Yeah, not bad. 14.
Success. The
Oh, okay.
hand seems to be formed of living stone, and the wrist seems to be going through the wall. You can see cracks in the earth, and it looks as though it may be connected to something larger, perhaps
this-
embedded in the rock.
Is this face
And
here?
yeah, there is indeed. As you come around the corner, you see a massive head jutting out of it. This 20-foot high cavern exposes a massive stone head, half embedded in a wall, decorated by beautiful swirls. A black spire juts out of its forehead, like where the stone faces, whose expression is frozen in pain. A semicircle of low stone stools surround the massive face. And you can have a little closer look at this image.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that's horrible. Jamie, I see you.
How many stone thingies did you say?
What?
Stone stools.
Just
How many?
just it's on the map. You can see them.
Oh, 5.
Okay, methinks that's another hand. Oh, like the top of the fingers.
Oh, like the fingers.
Like
are
looking at the
reaching out.
art that Chris just showed, that's what it looks like to me. Like the hand is in the ground, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to poke the
Could be.
head? I don't want to poke the head.
I'll poke the head.
Yeah, poke the head.
Yeah, I'll just.
There's a
poke
lot of
the
poking
nose.
today. The nose, eh? Nothing seems to happen when you poke the nose.
Do you think
But
it's dead?
they. Hmm.
What happens if I sit down on one of the stools?
You can roll an insight check.
17.
You feel there is some sort of emotion reaching out to you through the stone. His expression, of course, is one of absolute agony. And you feel that slow pain reaching from the back of your head, pushing through and impaling your head until it exits the forefront of your mind.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna get off.
As you stand up, there's suddenly a deep-seated sorrow and desperation that seems to try to cling on to you, but then you sort of wash it away from your mind.
What is it? Eirina. What is it? What's wrong?
I mean, it's sad and it's in pain. I want to help it if I can.
Did you hear it?
No, it's more like a feeling.
Maybe I could try, if I can understand it.
Sure, give it a go. I mean,
I'll perch down, cross-legged, similar to the image.
Mm-hmm.
Just close my eyes and focus to it.
Yeah, when you close your eyes, you instantly sense a image being kind of sent to you. And the further you meditate, the more definition this vision has. And you can only imagine what sort of intensity or realism you would experience whilst fully asleep. Give me an insight check with advantage, since you are closing your eyes and meditating as well.
19.
19? Yeah, that's pretty good. It's even better. All right. There is this mental influence that seems to flow out to you. It is definitely coming from this figure, since you see perhaps the whole body, a massive stone giant. They are, or they were, sleeping here. You can see their body sort of resting in the rock for a moment. The images of them simply kind of resting here. And then suddenly there's that shooting pain as the Grendel root bores through the earth and then stabs right through this poor sleeping giant's head, unsuspectingly. And they're suddenly sent with that agonizing pain. Except they don't die due to this. It seems the stone giant itself, when they first come to rest here, it was as though they were melding into the stone itself. Like, the stone giant clearly has the power to do that. And, well, a massive stone spire going through their head, it too is made of stone, and therefore hasn't killed him, but rather just racked his mind with deep-seated nightmares.
Pretty much giving a forever version of when Sinali touched it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Kill the root, free the giant. Yeah. Okay. Am I able to come to?
Yes, you can. It doesn't, like, hold you captive or anything. It is clearly just trying to communicate through this stone. Like, when you come into contact with it, the stone itself, it's like they're sending you these mental images.
Okay. Just before I pull out, I can't, like, mentally call out to it. The giant.
What would you like? Well, what do you call out?
Hello.
You see an image of the giant raising their hand. Their pained expression is still visible, but it looks like they're trying to suppress it as best they can to sort of wave at you.
Oh, good. You can hear me. Interesting.
They nod in the image.
Are you alive?
They nod.
Is the root holding you here?
They nod.
And to free you, we have to kill the root.
They seem to pause. And you see them, another image of the root appears next to them, just one that's as tall as they are. And you see the giant lift back a fist and surge it forward to try and slam into the root. And you see their hand, when it impacts, it cracks. And several fingers crumble from the impact. As they pull their fist back, the Grendel root has suffered no damage whatsoever.
Do you know if it has a weakness?
From
They
what?
shake their head.
Hmm. Another question. From within this, I'm going to call it dream sequence for a lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is.
Can I mentally communicate with the others? Because we still have the bond, don't we?
Telepathic bond.
Yeah.
We should
Is that still
do,
up? Yeah, then sure.
Because it's still in my subconscious, I guess.
Yep,
Yeah. So,
sure thing.
I'll tell the others. The giant's here. It is being held by the root. It isn't dead. It's very much alive. He can't fight the root. It takes no damage at all. He doesn't know what would stop it. Do you have any questions for the giant in the wall? You can
They,
respond to this message.
yeah, as you say, the giant in the wall, you see them, an image of a stone tablet appears before you, and their hand reaches up to it, and words seem to carve themselves out of the stone. And because I guess you're sharing, this is more of a mental image, I guess. Hold on, what languages can you even speak? Can you speak giant?
I can speak all.
You can speak all languages, that's true. Yeah, so I guess, in a way, the thing is they can't speak. That's clear from the images.
But they can't write it in common then.
They are far older than
Yeah.
the common tongue, but
So, if you can project the image of what you're seeing to Eirina, Eirina can read all languages, right?
that's, yes, you're right. You could. So in a weird way, you have to like telepathically relay this image, and it does spell out this this name in giant.
Okay, so pretend you've lost twice at Hangman.
Okay.
An X at an angle. A very small hangman with a dot on top. A table, and a table with an extension with a cup on the left side.
Yes, you can read it, Eirina.
Oh, it's Gorum.
Okay. You can see it in the chat, right, Eirina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gorum?
You
I'll send
you
it
actually
back. Oh.
you actually before you relay it, Kesh'an, you see them nodding,
Oh,
which means
he can hear you.
Eirina. They can hear Eirina. Yeah.
Well, I'm standing right next to its head, so...
Well, I mean, I didn't think that you would be able to speak through my subconscious, but...
I spoke out loud, and I think it's because I'm stood right here.
Yeah, do you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. But yes, so this is Gorum.
How big is Gorum? Like, at a good guess.
The mental image they send through the connection you have is one that kind of pictures you. There's like a little cat that sits there, and then you see the size of them get larger, larger, and larger until finally you've like almost fully zoomed out, And you get a better image of just how big this giant may have been at once.
Just say,
Okay. Now, can
he's pretty
they
big.
can obviously deposit themselves into walls. Can they make themselves smaller?
They shake their head.
He shook
But-
his head.
Would they fit in this cavern?
They show an image of them walking through the wall, their form melding into the stone.
Yeah, they're
And
definitely
you
one
can-
of stone.
Oh
You
no,
can
no.
roll an
I
Arcana
mean, like, would
check.
they fit in this room?
Like, barely. They'd have to squeeze, look. Look at the art.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Ah, you can fit like that.
okay. I could try a thing.
You're going to make a pass onto the other side
No.
of the wall?
I'm guessing a teleportation spell of some kind.
Yeah, I can. As long as it's a willing creature, it doesn't specify size. I mean, I've never tried it on a giant,
So
but
the only problem with that is the fact that whatever this root is made of is ridiculously strong. My only problem with the teleportation side of it is I don't know if that root is going to go with him.
well, the roots aren't affected by magic. We already know this.
Yes.
They can't be cursed, blessed, dispelled, hexed.
Gorham, if we tried to teleport you out, do you think that would work?
They shrug.
I'm gonna try it. I think it's worth the spell slot.
But we
This is
need
gonna be insane.
Okay.
we need a space. We need space. Or
Someone look down the corridor and see if that room is big enough. If not, we might have.
Oh, the
I
next
can
room.
try
is
and teleport him
pretty-
back into the other room where.
The next room's really
Huge.
big.
Okay. Sure.
I'll describe it for you since you're going in that far. The southeast corner of this cavern has been. Wait, no. Yeah, has been carved into eclectic blocks of apartments. Winding walkways are set into the sloped stone bluff, interweaving throughout dozens of stone buildings. Lifts rise up to the steepest heights of these apartment blocks, with bronze cages raised by large chains and massive counterweights. In the center of the room, in a cracked and charred crater of the cavern, a 30-foot high black spire rises up out of a grey pool of oily liquid, like the claw of some enormous beast. And as you were asking about the Grendel root, can it be damaged? For whatever reason, there seems to be maybe a 5-inch scar in the surface of the spire, and it leaks the oily liquid that fills the pool.
Oh wow.
Huh.
But there is most definitely enough room for even a Tarascan here, that's for sure.
Okay, well that's good news. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know why you said
That's
Tarask.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's try and.
After describing a claw through the floor. Yeah.
It's like, fuck's sake.
Mm.
No.
There are other locations as well, but that's the first two things you see in the room. The rest is further back in the darkness.
Sure, I'll go up to one of the what I assume are fingers. Or would it be
Mhm.
better if I just do the head? I'm just gonna put my hands on their forehead.
That's where the
And
spire is coming out of.
I'm not sure if this is gonna work because the root through his head.
I know, but it's worth trying, I think.
Yeah.
See that thing?
As I said, if
Well.
they're not affected by magic, then in theory I can move him away from it.
Mm.
If it works, it can only be good for.
If it doesn't work, at least we then know not to waste any more spells on it and just tackle the root of the problem. Okay. Because I was going to do Etherealness, but that's a level 7, and that's the highest it can go.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Dimension Door's 4th, so I can do it at a higher level, technically. Because it does it
Okay.
at my highest.
Yeah, so Eirina, did you learn Terig's Tower's latest dimension door? That's what I want to know. I think you did.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think you spent some merit points.
I did. I'm fairly certain I did. Because it just says...
Uh-uh.
Here's my note.
Okay.
I wrote it down, but I'm fairly certain I've got the new one.
Okay. If you're certain.
Pretty certain.
I mean, it doesn't have the updated art, but it does have the updated description, so I'll just have to trust you on that. Give me a charisma check.
Just flat charisma.
It'd be your spellcasting ability. So it's charisma plus proficiency, so it's plus 10.
Yeah, but am I just rolling charisma ability check?
It is, but you can add a plus 5.
$30.
What? You rolling that 20?
Yeah.
Well, okay, all right then. Jeez, I mean, that'll do it. Fantastic. Yeah, Eirina,
yeah.
before the weave had a limitation on dimension doors, they used to only really be allowed to fit a creature that was no bigger than like one size category. Like you could only bring a creature of your size or smaller, right?
Yeah, that's what
You
I
couldn't
thought,
bring
and then I
something
reread
big.
the spell that I had, and I was like, it doesn't specify size.
It doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
Which means, yeah, using the mastery that Terig has afforded you, his knowledge is kind of passing on to you, and you realize there's a way to breach that ceiling of what is possible and grab onto this creature and encompass their entire form into this dimensional door. And you have to really like expand your power to stretch open that door frame and make it big enough that you can pull this creature through. And further you feel your mind kind of straining and stretching. Candlewick is like rattling, it feels, even though he has no corporeal form. The smoke seems to be like almost shimmering in the air before finally, whoosh, you finally pull them through, yanking this entire giant with you by maybe like the fingertip, because like you're trying to hold on. And it is agonizing sensation because they're sending it to you as you're touching this, and Kesh'an, you feel it too. It's this sense that you're like lifting them off of the spike, like their mind is being yanked off of the spire, and you can feel that hollow hole in your heads for a brief moment, and it's relieving, but it also feels like it's left a gaping hole, probably a bit like a thrumming headache for a brief moment. But nonetheless, Eirina, you picture the room beyond, the chamber, that massive expanse, and eventually you are able to reach through and pull them. Everyone sees a huge shadowy doorway appear, like gigantic, like some sort of demon lord is about to step out of it, but instead you see a stony skinned giant with no bodily hair on them at all. They have like a ring of stone medallions around their necklace, and this huge kind of loincloth as well. Then you see in the palm of their hand, where you were right, Eirina, there's like these 5 stools. You see Eirina being held aloft by this hand. As for Kesh'an, you sort of fall on the floor because you were like sat on
Yeah.
one of these.
Yeah.
So you just kind of fall backwards out of your meditation. Like, boom.
Yeah, sorry, I can only take
Downwards.
one other person.
You see, Kesh'an makes it back into the room to see that in time.
Well, I
And,
need a nap
yeah.
now. I don't know about you guys. That was hard. Oh.
That was insane. Well, I guess welcome back.
They would speak in giant, but I guess Kesh'an, you
I'll
you
just
definitely
relay.
understand them.
Yeah, I'll be translating.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
Oh, wait,
you.
I speak giant too.
I actually just added that language to your sheet just so you could
Oh, you
read
did?
Goro.
Okay. I was thinking, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember putting that there, but it's there.
Yeah, that's true. I just put it there temporarily so you could read it.
Okay,
But,
brilliant.
Then, yeah, finally they're able to speak, and it looks like their lips kind of crack as they open it.
Water.
Can anybody create water?
Oh, Karius isn't here. I can create fire, which is not.
Oh,
Um,
they turn and see. Actually, they begin to lumber over here, and they do have to actually kind of crouch, like they're doing in this artwork. So they have to kind of crouch walk over towards the waterfall here.
There's a waterfall.
And there is, yes, in the top left of the map, there is a massive waterfall. The edge of the cavern is lit by this violet light as well that runs in lines by brilliant quartz and opens up to a wide rift of hundreds of feet high and hundreds of feet deep. A waterfall flows down from a river high above, tumbling into the depths below. A water wheel turns under the power of the falling water, driving dozens of huge gears attached to the cavern wall with iron scaffolding. On either side of the rift, the floor of the cavern rises up to rough stone stairs that lead across the darkness and over the scaffolding. He's able to lean across the cavern and cup his hands, and the power of the waterfall must be immense, but it seems to just only slightly dip his hands and finally brings it up to his lips and takes of it a huge sip.
I have not spoke in years.
How long have you
I have
been
not-
stuck here?
I lost count of the endless nights, days, years. I could not say. In my sleeping form, I tried to focus away from the pain, so as to not lose my mind. I pondered the mysteries of the natural world, the wonders. This cavern is vast. Crystal formations unique. Its petroglyphs mystical. Was the only thing to keep my mind from collapsing. I believe this place once belonged to the gnomes.
To the gnomes.
Deep gnomes.
I don't think we've ever seen a deep gnome. Have we?
You may have. I think Llyvelin has, definitely. He met Tumble Timbers.
Did die? Tumble Timbers?
Tumble Timbers.
Tumble Timbers?
Tumble Timbers, yep. In Kiasters. The
Oh, God.
auction.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Yep. He had the Cardinal Onyx or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was called, but he ran a jewelry shop.
I'm
and
vaguely
some-
remembering something, but I didn't remember the race.
Yeah, he was a deep gnome.
Oh, God. Yeah. Sure. Talking like 7 years ago.
Mm. Oh, he looks over to the large shards of quartz that are spread across the ground nearby. They seem to glow with a sort of amber light. So I'll light it up here. And this wall's the one with violet light. There you go. And this light here. Should be a lot more light in this room, actually. Light here. Light here. Turns to you though, Eirina, and kneels right down and says,
I do not carry many earthly possessions. But I may be able to impart some of my stone magic as a gift. If you would accept it.
if not,
Yes.
I'll just chuck it away.
I think she said she would be right back.
It's alright. He's used to being ignored.
Well, I'll take it.
Alright, here you go then. It's gonna be more primal or divine in nature, so
Am I not divine enough?
does anyone have proficiency in religion or nature?
Nope. Never those.
Yep.
No. I can do acrobatics.
Gambus does, I think.
We're just giving stuff to Alice.
Sinali?
Nope.
Technically, Andy would be half proficient.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Need to be proficient.
God, who picks nature or religion?
Karius.
Karius does.
I think he has both of them.
Does he actually? That'd be crazy if he does.
Let me have a look. Definitely has religion.
He has nature.
Yeah, has nature, doesn't have religion, which is really weird for a cleric, but he does have nature.
Okay. So nature, Karius would be able to use it. Everyone else, not so much. But what they do effectively is they reach up towards the amulets.
Actually, could Andy technically use it? Because doesn't she have that feature which gives her a proficiency?
It does, yes, Whispers of the Dead, yes. Yep,
So she
technically
could
she
use it
does.
temporarily.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So, in either case, she will. He reaches up, grabs a hold of one of the stone rings on the amulet, and they kind of pull it free. And I guess in your size, it's almost like the size of a shield. And they kind of lower it down towards you, Eirina, and hand it to you. It is heavy and stone, but you see intricate little swirls and markings on it, much like the patterns you saw on the wall that they were melded into.
Thank you.
They say,
No, thank you. This is some small token of appreciation.
A pretty big
You
token to
may-
me.
It is stone magic stored within that amulet. You may have difficulty using it, but if you work it out, it will help you meld into stone as I am able.
Ooh.
and you see their hand kind of pushing through the mountain briefly.
Ooh.
And one of their amulets actually like sort of lights up as they do that. Effectively, this is a scroll of meld into stone,
Okay.
but it's only usable if you have nature or religion. So it's at the moment only Andy could use it next long rest if they picked that as one of their Whispers of the Dead, or Karius could use it.
So I just love the idea. Hey, we've got this magic card for you, Karius. What is it? Well, it allows you to merge into the earth.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing he's against. know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be
The
helpful
thing he broke.
one day. Oh yeah, that's true. That'll be a sour reminder. Oops. Nonetheless, I'll put it on your sheet.
Mm.
But yeah, instead of being a scroll, it is a primal effigy. They work
I
the same
am
way.
just glad that you're all right and that I was here to help.
Yeah. See their face cracks into a smile. And it must have taken... It may have cracked because they haven't smiled in such a long time. Okay. They seem to sit down for a moment and that they are just resting, clearly, after enduring so much pain for so long.
How long were you stuck like that?
They do not know.
Many years. Countless.
Do you know
Right.
much about down here, or were you just like randomly stopping, like passing through?
I'm perhaps millennia old now. I was once a dreamer. My mental influence flowed out and into the dreams of the gnomes of this nearby village. Though the gnomes never connected their ingenuity to my dreams, they considered me a silent companion. They spent much time sitting and contemplating in the chamber that I was stuck in. And since the awakening of the Grendel root, those black spires pierced my body deep inside the rock. It sent unbearable pain into my mind. I tried to reach out for help, but I fear they may have inflicted many nightmares on the minds that attempted to rest here in Violet Falls. I fear I have inflicted great suffering on the gnomes, but I do not know where they are.
I mean, they wouldn't be the only ones to have had nightmares recently, or in recent time.
Yeah, your mind thinks back to the Starsong Tower and how that affected the Deep Delvers enclave, and that was only for a few days, and they were already starting to get a little bit restless.
All right, maybe we split up down here, search for clues, and see if we can figure out where the deep gnomes went. There's got to be some sort of clue or trail down here.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you see the giant resting. They cross their legs, close their eyes, and you just feel everyone feels a telepathic wave of relief and gratitude to each of you. And yeah, for a brief moment, you almost able to tap into their vast intellect. And I'm going to also say, until your next long rest, each character also has advantage on intelligence and wisdom checks as well. As
Nice.
yeah. And your next long rest will also be filled with soothing and pleasant dreams as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're free to look around now. It's a little bit of exploring to do.
I feel like Andy would immediately go over to the quartz and see what valuables she could pocket.
Yeah, sure.
I want to nosy at what has potentially scarred this thing.
Indeed. Okay, then we'll start with that. As you step closer into the crater, you know, you feel your feet kind of leant towards it, and indeed it almost feels like your entire body is slightly leaning and drawn into the center of the crater.
I'm gonna make myself lean back as compensation as I go down and make sure I bend my knees.
Yeah. Good idea, yes. One does not want to be drawn onto that, nor do you want to touch that strange oily liquid. It seems might be a similar corrupted pool like you saw in the Starsong Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a intelligence arcana check.
Oh man. Oh no, I'm good at those ones.
And you have advantage now as you've got the mind of Gorom helping
Okay, I'll roll it again.
their vast knowledges.
A 19.
19, okay. It's a success. So the scarring of the spire and the corruption flowing from it, it's clearly been going on a little while now, since this it's only a small leaking from this wound, but the pool around it has grown to quite a sizable pool. And you reckon with a sort of cut that big, one might actually even be able to sort of mend it potentially with like a mending spell, but that's if the spire is able to be affected by magic. That's the question.
I mean, if it's damaged, potentially, it won't necessarily have whatever properties it normally has if it's like broken and leaking, maybe.
That's also true. I think that's the conclusion you come to, is that somehow someone managed to strip this of its supernatural resistances.
Like, how big
And-
is the scar in it? Does it look like it was made by like a weapon, or
I'll show you again the image. Yeah, it very well
like
could
the
have
barest
been.
of nicks, but it's done something.
Yeah, it very well could have been a weapon, judging by that size, like a blade or something, for sure. And there's a little kobold in this picture too. Or is that a tiefling? I can't tell. Either way, I think it's a tiefling.
It's crouching as
Just
a
because
tiefling.
it's just because they're crouching down. But there's someone has somehow overcome this supernatural resistance. How isn't evidence, but it is clearly possible. But if it's not through, doesn't look like it's been done through magic. Looks like it's been done through a physical attack. But up to this point, everyone's physical attacks have been. Well, I don't think everyone's tried, actually, to be perfectly honest. The stone giant showed him slamming his fist into the rock. That didn't do anything. But I forget who else has tried to do something against it. You've just sort of taken the Deep Delvers Enclave, their word for it. Like, they've tried, and they've done no damage, but...
I mean, I'm happy to try it.
Go for it.
So
What's
do
the worst
you
that could happen?
Just don't step in the oil.
Oh. Can I do like...
Yeah, that's the issue there.
Yeah.
One would need to somehow get over the oil and then strike it, but...
Wait, excuse me,
Yes.
what was it, Gorham?
Yes,
Would you
it is Gorham.
be able to lift this and make like a little bridge so we don't have to step in the oil?
He could probably put his hand out to the thing and you could step on his hand.
Yeah, but if it does
That's very
something to
true.
me, would it then pass through like electricity or?
That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Kesh'an's just being cautious, I guess.
Yeah.
They can indeed lift up a massive chunk of quartz and they place it down at an angle so that it rests against one of the against the spire, but not in the pool.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll go and step on that, and yeah, I'll try just an unarmed strike against it. Shall I just roll a d20?
Now you can click unarmed strike.
Then I have to be targeting something.
No.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Ow.
So, Kesh'an, you've definitely noticed your fists have, over the time you've mastered your martial arts, become more and more potent to the point where you've been able to punch ghosts and inflict damage to incorporeal forms, overcome resistances and such. Certainly, you're expecting your body to be honed to the point where it can almost punch through anything. And as soon as it cracks into this, it's not this thing that cracks. Feels like one of your knuckles sort of like bounces back in its joint. And I need you to roll me D20, and I'm just gonna find the table. What is it? 12? Okay. There is, bloody hell.
That's a
weird one.
Away.
I mean, you say teleport, but you definitely sense a lot of movement. That's for sure. I'm gonna say that you feel like your body kind of rebound off of this thing. It probably hurts a little. Maybe you take like a D4 of damage. You only take like 3 points of damage as you really fully fisted that thing crack, and yeah, it just feels like a knuckle kind of bent back at a very sharp angle. Immediately after that, your mind sort of feels awakened to the acceleration of your limbs, your body, your position on the courts, the way you're sort of positioned. Everything suddenly is like hyper accelerated. Every joint, every muscle seems to be sending way too much more information than what you need to. Like normally moving is just a second nature to you, but it's somehow become like you're now like manually moving every limb, every tendon in your body. You can even feel your eyelids kind of manually closing and opening. Every little twitch, every fiber in your body.
That's horrible. Kesh'an will scream.
Yeah, when you scream, you sense the specific contortion of your vocal folds, like moving up, tightening, and then you feel your lungs compressing as it pushes air out and through your throat. You feel your esophagus like vibrating from that as well. And you feel your eardrums bang, 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 rapidly beating as you hear your own scream in your ears. It only intensifies everything that you just did. Every little movement is now just painfully aware to you.
So it's literally like not hypertension, hyper like sensitivity. I can just feel everything.
Yes. Well, it's less to do with feeling, more to do with knowing that it's happening. Like you know that your eardrum is ringing. You know that your vocal folds are turning into like very specific patterns to make every single noise. Like you know all of that is happening. You can sense it. You can feel it, but it's not like it's not like you're feeling it in the sense of like, you know, on the edge of your fingertips. It's not like you can feel the texture of it, but you're just like aware of it. It's happening. You can sense it. It is a sense. And feeling is a sense. I'm just trying to get away from the word feel, because feeling is a different sense. This is something else entirely.
Okay, so I'm just gonna freeze as much as I can, and telepathically, I'm just going to say, everything feels weird. I can feel every movement.
Well, I didn't expect that you'd punch it with your hand. Like, I thought you'd use a weapon. Like, I know your hands are weapons, but that's...
Well, I thought we tried that before.
Yes, but you saw a vision of the giant trying to punch it, and what happened there, and he's... Look at him!
Yeah, but I didn't know.
What did
it
you
did
think would
that.
happen if you
I thought
punched
that
it?
I thought that magic would have changed something. What do I do?
Like, you say it feels weird, but, like... How weird?
I'm very aware.
Okay.
Even standing still, there is a sense of tension in your limbs and muscles as you are exerting your body to stay still. Like staying still is a movement in a weird way. Like you have to maintain stillness through tension in muscle fibers in your legs, in your shoulders, everything. It's like a gripping sensation over your body.
Can I try and meditate it away? Wholeness of body, heal me.
If it's anything
No.
like what's happened when I've tried to touch them, then it should fade off a little bit once you stop touching it.
Well, I'm not touching it anymore, am I?
No, you're not. It feels like that is a backlash of effects, however, nonetheless.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna try and move back.
Back away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah!
uh, even backing way, you feel like your body shifts into reverse gear. You know, you're sending every muscle and telling it to go in reverse, backwards down here. And finally, when you sit down, you know, you feel your spine kind of relaxing, your limbs folding,
Yeah.
joints lock into place as you maintain some sort of meditation and close your eyes. You can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Yeah.
12? Okay. Unless, of course, you want to use all your new features.
Yes, I will. New features. Which new features? Wisdom save.
Disciplined survivor.
Found it. Here we go. Oh, it's a. Oh, it's. Wait, hold on. Oh, just whenever you make a save. Okay, cool. Yep, I'll do that. Boink.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's a bit better.
Sean's learning, still learning his new features, so I'm giving some helpful hints and tips every now and again,
Yeah,
because
appreciate it.
that's a new thing that they haven't been able to do in 2024. So yeah, but you can describe exactly how that works and what it is that you're able to do to overcome this effect, since normally you'd be just at the behest of it. But how does your discipline survivor like manifest for you, Kesh'an?
How does my discipline survive? I can just imagine that specifically with this scenario where it feels like something is within his body and is making him feel them, like it's almost like a needle prick in every single corner of his body. So I can imagine he goes into almost like a Tai Chi stance and just begins doing sort of like exercises that have very like jutted motions, and that jutted motions is key expelling whatever is in his body outwards.
Okay. So yeah, by being like painfully aware of every muscle, you sort of concentrate your efforts on each one, every single muscle
Mm.
group, and you're expelling that feeling, like you're sending a signal to your muscles to stop sending signals back, sort of
Yeah.
a cease and desist to each muscle group, and but you're doing that by like shaking it out and manually using every muscle until effectively you've gone through every group
Mm.
and released that tension, released that noise in your body. Perfect. All right. Yeah, that works. And after a brief moment, there is finally inner peace within your physical form. And as such, that passes on to your mind as well, because your mind was being bombarded by physical signals. So mind and body relax.
I'm gonna do it again.
And he goes and drop kicks it. Yeah. Take
Stupid
that.
rock. Well,
If-
saying that, actually, I could actually hit it again, but this time with a weapon.
So, if you controlled all of it like limbs, if we did somehow manage to damage it, would it damage all of it? Like, would it all feel pain? But so far, people have struggled to actually damage it. Like, I wonder how high up the magic chain have they used? Would a disintegrate work?
Depends if you're willing to expend such valuable resources, Llyvelin.
Oh, if I was going to do that, probably to one of the ones that are up in the enclave would have been better than
Yeah, we could experiment when we return back to the Deep Delvers.
Yeah, assuming we don't figure out this problem while we're down here.
Yes, and assuming
you-
this one particular route hasn't been affected by something.
I mean, do we
Eirina?
want to at least use the mending thingy on it, just so that it stops leaking whatever this is?
Alright, that would be the
It would make
that'll be you,
sense.
buddy. You've got the wonder mending right now. Thomas,
Oh, me? Right, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
you're the one who had achievements.
I had almost forgot. I can attempt to mend it. It's still got some charges left. My only question is, will that mean we can't investigate it further, or I guess
I think
that's the only
either
question.
way we need to make a decision on it. I'd ideally like to know what damaged it, because that could be helpful.
From earlier, your investigation, you definitely think it was a weapon,
Mhm.
Eirina.
I
but-
mean, like, the material the weapon was made out of. I kind of want to investigate the area just to see if there's any, like, remnants of maybe, like, a damaged weapon, or, like, if
The
deep gnomes were down
Yeah.
here, maybe they had something to do with it.
The immediate area around you, you see, is devastation. It is ruins.
I did,
There's
but
the
I mean, you said there were, like,
foundations of-
houses and stuff around here.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. The immediate surrounding is clearly where housing used to be. You can see the foundations of buildings. This was likely a town center before the spire ruptured the ground and destroyed this center village. The exterior looks to be fairly unharmed and maybe intact for the most part, but it's you can only imagine the devastation this thing caused when the gnomes were just going about their daily lives. And then this thing appeared. But gnomes have been known for their ingenuity and problem solving. The water wheel on the northwest is testament to that alone. Maybe they discovered something. You can begin to look around the rest of the cavern if you wish, before Dalmas chooses to mend this. If we don't find anything, then I'll use mending.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Okay, then. Let's have a look. Where should we start?
I think if everyone sort of takes, I know it's not a square room, but like a corner, and just sort of spend some time. I was gonna say, Kesh'an, can you get to the one behind the waterfall?
Yeah.
I'll look at this big
Okay.
strange thing.
Alrighty.
I'll check out this weird wheel looking thing.
Got it. All right, Llyvelin. Haven't done Llyvelin things in a while. Are you on the northwest? The wheel.
No. Is this room upside down? Yeah, this thing.
Can't see what thing you're talking about. Hold on.
Like, it almost looks like a thingy wheel from a kid's playground.
Oh, you're on the right. Okay. Then let's see. Oh. Okay.
There's an arrow pointing to it for some reason.
A brass cage hangs by a thick chain over a shaft descending into darkness. Brass faces depicting sneering gnomes decorate the cage. Inside it, a brass lever juts out from a complicated arrangement of gears and pistons.
Oh,
Give me an investigation check
sure.
to inspect the mechanism. You suspect that only intelligent creatures would be able to operate this lift, so you're a bit out of luck.
Start pulling handles. No, I'm kidding. Unfortunately, I am not well versed in deep gnome technology.
Hmm.
Oh well, that was fun. On to the next person, I guess.
All right, we'll go around anti-clockwise. Sinali, you're looking at this dome-like structure.
Mhm.
There is a large set of plates. They seem to be made of metal, which you would definitely realize, and as soon as you come into closer contact with them. Around 40 feet high, stalagmite in the center seems to jut out. Yeah, it's not a dome, it's a stalagmite. But its surface has been carved into intricate patterns, which appear to flow out from the wand held by the graven image of a gnome wizard carved above the tower's doorway. Red lights shine from windows carved into the hollow stalagmite, contrasting the dark blue hue of its stone.
Well, it could be that whatever broke that was this magic wand that this picture of a gnome is using, I guess.
Hmm.
Is there anything else particularly unusual about this? I mean, it's obviously surrounded by like these 5 other pillar-like things. Yes.
Well, much of the tower looks like it's fallen into ruin since the destruction of the village, but if you head on in, you might discover a number of inventions that might continue to hold some sort of function.
Yeah, Sinali will have a look. She likes toys.
Okay. As you head in, you see the gnomes of Violet Falls clearly loved to display their expertise in combining the arcane, alchemical, and mechanical designs into these grand constructs. Floating stones create a stairwell inside the hollow tower, and it has 3 floors, all of which are open to let visitors witness its splendors. The uppermost floor looks like it has collapsed under the weight of a fallen red geode that once floated above the tower is now crashed through the ceiling and like at the very base of the what's it called? The main hall, I guess. At the bottom of the stairwell. But as you begin to explore, you come across a number of odd exhibits, and you can roll a d10 to determine what you might find.
6.
6, okay. A steam-powered harpoon is built to shoot through the thick skin of a purple worm, it looks like. They've got, like, not an actual purple worm, but clearly a cut-out section of it, like as a... You know how, like, they get, like ballistics gel dummies, right? It's like that. It's one piece of a purple worm, and the steam-powered harpoon is set and aimed to shoot through it.
Can I take the steam-powered harpoon?
I mean, yeah, sure. You can lift it off of its cradle, we'll say. It's a bizarre operating weapon, but you figure it might work like a crossbow, right? There's a trigger.
Yeah.
But there's a number of other little pistons and valves. You're not quite sure what they do, but point and trigger might be one such way to operate it. But for now, you
Sinali
You
will
come away
walk
with it?
outside with this, aim it at the pillar in the middle, and fire.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check or an investigation if you have it.
I do not. So straight intelligence it is with my -1.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Brilliant. Okay. You pull the trigger and you've aimed it, and you hear this anticlimactic hiss sound, like, and as like one of the little pistons seems to eject maybe a canister of steam, the harpoon just flops away from the barrel and just sort of collapses onto the ground in front of you, only like a few feet. Just kind of clangs into the earth.
I think this one might be broken.
I'm just glad we didn't have like the scenario from Shrek where it starts bouncing off of everything and it ends up in someone's butt.
It was unfortunately
What do you think, Shiny Man?
I think it might have lost some of its pressure in the time it's been stuck in here. There's all... I don't know. Gnomes... There are bizarre inventions are beyond me, but... Maybe it can be repaired, if it is indeed broken.
maybe. Or maybe we just.
Or
I mean, if it uses steam, maybe it uses water and just needs filling up like a kettle.
that's one theory. They probably made it deliberately convoluted.
Mm.
Who's to say?
Oh well. I'm just gonna put it down over here. Anyone else can have a look if they want. Yeah.
All right. Then back round to Andy, who's investigating the quartz. There is. What was it? Yeah. Columns of quartz rise more than 30 feet to the ceiling above the north side of the cavern. The columns are fused together and have had their interior carved out to turn them into a massive building with a small doorway at ground level and windows higher up. The crystals glow with an amber light, filling the cavern around them with a golden glow. Large shards of quartz spread out around the ground nearby. And as Andy kind of peers inside, looks like this was once maybe a meeting hall, perhaps even a governor's chamber. And the inner chamber is like 20 feet high, with an upper balcony and a lower central hall. There are broken statues of gnome governors standing at the sides of the hall. Deep cracks and fissures spiderweb through the crystals, which have been slowly falling to pieces over God knows how many centuries since Violet Falls was abandoned. And I guess give me a perception check for Andy.
Sure. 21.
Okay. Hmm. As Andy's kind of peering inside and looking across the statues, trying to make out if any of them still have some resemblance to someone, or trying to make out if there's like a person of importance, there's suddenly what looks to be a shadow kind of move behind one of the statues, almost as though it's trying to use the statue's form to hide its own. But something moved behind a statue in here. And 21 also spots that. Let's have a look. No, I'm just going to say that's it for now. You just see them. They might be whatever they are, whoever they are. They're trying to back away slowly from the statue, from Andy, and deeper into the chamber.
Okay. My brain instantly wants to know what the acoustics are like in here, so she could potentially bring out the violin and make like the worst noise ever to try and get this thing out. Or she could play really good music to entice him out.
Up to you. But you would imagine it would be music to your ears, it bouncing off the crystal cavern.
That's what I'm gonna do the friendly approach, I think.
Uh-huh.
You know, we
Do
are
you
friends.
sing as part of this song?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's hear it. You want a backing track?
I'm not singing.
Give
No
us a
one needs
number.
to hear that.
No.
So, performance?
Performance it is then. No friendship song from Steph
19.
today. 19? Okay. It's a low roll for Andy.
Just because it's me rolling it and not Kirstie, alright? Like I said, you don't need to hear me
Because
sing.
it's because you're not singing. I would have given you advantage if you'd sung.
I am not singing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's worth a try, guys. Still, the music does echo and ring off the crystals, and probably enough that everyone else hears it. Sort of startling noise has your head sort of swivel around, but you can hear it's Andy. You can hear they seem to be singing a pleasant song. It's not one of panic and trouble. That said, it does startle this person in here who wasn't expecting them to call out to them and try to befriend them. And what you spot is their figure. They seem to be stocky and humanoid, and they are trying to remain hidden whilst backing away. But you spot a crystal kind of, what do we call it? Almost like a mirror. It's almost built against the wall, the back wall, and you see it just slowly kind of turn as though it was on a hinge and close again. It looks as though you spot them try to disappear behind some sort of secret door that's built to look like it's part of the crystal, but it's actually just a sort of mirrored, reflective doorway. But yeah, Andy notices that with the 21 perception from earlier as well, and the acoustics just change a slight pitch as though it's echoing down into a long tunnel and then back again. So like
Yeah.
she picks up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There you go.
Cool.
That's everything.
I think she'd wait to regroup
Wow.
with everyone before going through any of that.
Then we will rotate round to Kesh'an.
Hello.
He's got the water wheel. Yeah. The edge of the cavern is lit by a violet light. The hundreds of foot rift I've mentioned earlier, the giant's still kind of cupping and drinking some water. The cavern you probably just leapt over was hundreds of feet deep, so you can't even hear the splash of the water. It's that far down. There are dozens of huge gears attached to the wall with iron scaffolding. This is like a playground for you with all the monkey bars. But on either side of the rift, the floor of the cavern rises up to rough stone stairs that lead across the darkness and over to the scaffolding as well. So you can easily just walk around and up to it. The water wheel is still spinning and operational, which is impressive. It's probably been like this for years and years. They really built it to last.
Yeah.
And
what
in fact,
exactly is it connected to?
yeah. What connected to?
The water wheel.
A huge series of gears. And then there's scaffolding.
Yeah.
And then that scaffolding goes into this wall and continues on somewhere in the northeast direction from where you are.
And there's no like letters or anything.
There is not levers, but there is some strange glyph marked violet gemstones that you can see like 30 feet below the scaffolding. Precariously hanging from a rock within the rushing waterfall, there is some sort of maybe amulet like hanging there as well. And I'll also say there is the sound of hammering. It was kind of masked by the waterfall, but when you've got close enough to them, you actually see there are animated hammers banging away, digging for quartz deposits. And even though the gnomes have clearly long since departed, these hammers are simply hammering away by their own accord, animated and floating there.
Huh.
Yep. Just clang, clang, clang,
Uh,
hammering away.
well, I've spotted the amulet, so you know what I'm going for.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Shiny, shiny. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take some rope and I'm gonna tie it to the scaffolding,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna walk along until like the length is kind of like the depth of where the amulet is,
Yeah.
and then the intention is to hold on to the rope and wall run down at like an arc, grab the amulet, and then just wall run back up the other side.
So you're like swinging with the rope and running against the wall as you're...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That'll be
I
good.
got it. So like you're like a pendulum running from one, and
Yeah,
you're kind of trying to
something like-
judge the distance. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so you're gonna try and judge the distance of like how it is, get the right length of rope.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, just to set this up, first of all, give me like a survival check.
Oh, my
You're just
survival.
sort of securing the rope. Yep, survival.
Ah, that's fine.
Yep. Okay, you
Alright.
find a sturdy enough like piece of scaffolding that looks like it's going to hold your weight. You get the length of the rope, judge the distance of the amulet, and you look for the path on the other side. You've got it ready, and as you let yourself swing and begin running down the wall is, like I say, there's all these hammers that are still busy mining away, and you have to avoid running into them as you're swinging past. And some of them have like just chipped away a piece of quartz, and they start to maneuver onto a next section. And as they're flying into your path, give me a it's going to be acrobatics. You're swinging from a rope, so
Easy.
let's see what you get there.
Oh.
The bomb.
Hold on,
Easy,
hold on. Let me
Oh Lord.
let me talk to you. Oh, why?
Sam, that one
Why
of all
are you
times.
joking.
Oh Lord.
Surely I got some in here. Chris, have I got
Some-
anything in my bag of trees?
Bye, Kesh'an.
Yeah. Hold on.
A
Hold on.
bag of tricks. God damn it.
I got the idol. What's that doing?
Lord.
Fuck.
Oh,
Where's Egbert?
I can't save you now. Okay.
Reaction. How far across is the wall? Like the cavern? Is it like 10 feet, 15 feet wide?
You're talking about the chasm that you're about to fall into.
Yeah. 20 feet.
Let's see. I'm just trying to figure it out. Each square here is supposed to be 10 feet. So this is probably about 5, 10. So that's 20 feet. Yeah.
20 feet.
Yeah, it's roughly 20 feet, yeah. Wide.
Awesome. So
But it's hundreds of feet deep.
yeah, I'm gonna pull out my my extending staff, and I'm gonna shout "Zippity Yip Electric Boogaloo 2," and it extends 20 feet and wedges me.
Was that so? Okay. Let's see. God damn. Okay, you are falling still, I'm gonna
Yep.
say. That said,
I mean, I can.
you can slow fall, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is and then slow fall just reduces damage, doesn't actually really stop you from falling, right? It just when you reduce damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So alright, so it's so freaking deep that before you hit the bottom, you are actually able to extend your staff, but it is only due to your slow fall that it doesn't just snap away. The fact that you're able to resist the fall damage means you're in effect slowing your fall, like it's literally happening. Your staff grinds against the walls, and you're not falling at such a velocity that it doesn't just collapse again.
Yeah.
It's making an awful scratching and screeching noise as the ends of the staff sort of scrape like chalk on a nails, like nails on a chalkboard, and then finally you come to a stop. But as you've kind of like winced, you're like opening one eye to see if you've fallen to your death, and you look around. You have managed to stop yourself. You're suspended in the crevasse, but on the way down, you look up and you realize you've knocked several pieces of quartz that these hammers were hammering at, as well as jostled some of the hammers out of their like working path, and as a result, they begin to fly towards you.
Oh,
And I need you to roll initiative.
I'm gonna be fighting on the fucking
Yes.
pole.
Yes. You will be.
Oh shit.
That's
Okay.
exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Gorham's right there, right?
Yeah,
He's not
Gorham's
gonna
right-
fall to
Gorham!
He's
death,
he's
he-
right here, but Kesh'an fell like 100 feet down. Like he still
That's nothing
fell a
on the
distance.
drive.
Yeah, but you still fell for sure. Like I said, that's the first thing I said. You're still falling, and
Yeah, no. I'm
that
just saying.
means
Do you know what? I don't even know
Yeah.
why I did this because I had the rope. Or did I lose the rope?
your animated rope. You mean
Yeah.
to you?
Hmm?
Do you still have that rope?
Well, I would have been holding it on the way down.
Yeah, no, that's true. The rope there, but I thought you meant like you had an animated rope, but that's not fine. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
animated rope.
No, you don't have one, I'm afraid. Okay. So these are animated hammers that come hurtling towards you. Rather than doing like slashing damage, they'll be doing like bludgeoning damage. So let's change it up. I like this one better. All right. Okay. They've flown down right next to you. They're gonna make a
Cloak is up.
series of little. Your cloak? Yes. A good old cloak of displacement, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll roll with this then.
That's an hour.
It's that one, yeah. Whiffs. And just close this. Close this. Okay, there we go. All right, and then it takes a second swing. I think that's a miss as well.
Yep.
Thankfully. All right, then a second one comes flying in. And swings again. You can see you're still dangling from it, but
That's gonna hit.
as you're dodging the one in front, or at least maybe it's hitting your after image, it's the one from behind that clang clocks you up upside the head. And these are big hammers, by the way. They didn't just animate like regular tool-sized hammers. No, they animated what looks to be giant-sized hammers. So this is actually doing 2d8 plus 2. Well, take 7 bludgeoning damage.
I shall.
You're gonna
I shall
deflect. Okay. Yes, that'll do it. Most definitely. You can deflect it onto another target if you wanted to spend key. That's up to you.
Yeah.
He is, alright. I'll roll a dex save for the little guy up here. Oh, got 30-20 there.
Jesus.
So he definitely succeeds. You probably like swing from your staff, see the hammer like flying towards you, and it almost clangs into the other one, but they're flying around as well, just as much as you are.